Here we are at the last stage of day 5, where we get to hunt down Magnus. Now we have to pay attention because we need to win by at least 200 meters, and also we're not supposed to take on any damage, but, well, I've got a trick for that because I really like messing up Magnus when I can. So first things first, gotta catch him. And I really don't think that's going to be very hard because there was no restrictions on whether I go off track or really whatever I want to do. I just can't get heavily damaged. But I can see Magnus is already there. Nevertheless, I'll get to him quick, because you never know how fast he is on the straights. So let's just see how long it takes to hunt him down. By now, I've got a pretty good sense of Hockenheimring in this car. I'm braking a little bit later than I would in similar cars. And again, I'm using no assists. So steering is off, brakes are off, traction control is off. Tilt B controls is my standard setting. And I have settled into this car with my standard steering sensitivity of 2. So that works for me really good here. Catching up on Magnus pretty fast, really. And with 2 laps to go yet, I don't have to drive really crazy. Fun track, really. This hairpin is, though, one of the more challenging turns. A thing that makes this hairpin so challenging is lack of reference points for when you need to get onto the brakes. That's always been the trouble there for me. Alright. Now, here's a pitting lesson when you're not supposed to take damage. Let go of the gas. See that? If you let go of the gas while you pit him, you won't have your windshield get cracked. But if you are using tilt A controls, or if you're staying on the throttle when you do that, you'll hear that wonderful cracking sound, and that's your windshield cracking, and that will be the sound of you failing this stage. Now here I'm just double checking to see how much of a lead I have to have, because my goodness, I've got a ways to go yet, and I didn't quite have enough fun with Magnus. So let's drive in a circle here. I was going to do a full donut, but that didn't quite work, and I thought, I gotta be careful. When it says that you can't get damaged, it also means you can't take a major hit from another car. I have failed stages because of that in the past. So I'll play with him a little bit more yet. I believe I can get away with one more pit maneuver. So let's see here. Okay, there you go. Let him get by me, and oh, well, I didn't have enough speed. Man, those club sports are fast. But I'm faster. Well, not when I blow the corner like that. I got into the gas too early. No problem. Watch what this little tiny cut can do for you. Zoom, zoom. Hello, Magnus. Goodbye, Magnus. Hee. If you haven't seen it before, you should check out the video where I stuck him into a wall. I know I mentioned it in another stage, but maybe you didn't see that one. So all I need to do now is make sure I win with a big enough lead. So that's enough messing around. It's time just to finish this stage. Kind of surprised. I was expecting a little bit more difficulty with day 5, but it wasn't. Now day 6 is notoriously rough in special events, so we'll see what happens there. And then of course there's still day 7. In the past, often the second last day is the hardest day, but that is not necessarily a guarantee. We've had some last days that were just brutal, like in Aggressive Ambition, for example. The second last stage, maybe it was third last. Anyhow, it's the one where we had to hit a whole bunch of speed targets at Daytona Speedway. That one was really hard. So, who knows what's coming up next, but if you want to see the videos as fast as possible, please subscribe and hit the little bell. And there you go. All of day 5 done with our upgrades. That's tier 1 upgrades. Zip through this and you can see them for yourself. And here's some other videos you could find interesting. Thank you for watching. Happy racing.